Oh, hello. Welcome to today's Decay. Celebrating bursts of beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. May 19th edition. What all happened today? Here we are in Joey Ramone Place. It's a good street. Why are we here? Because he was born today in 1951. And he is certainly my Ramone. I feel like I have this conversation with people sometimes, and it's always so telling. No, sometimes, not always. Occasionally telling about who you are. I'll say more than horoscopes. I would. What is your favorite Ramone? It says more about your personality, who you are, than I don't know, your place in the universe. My thought here being that, like, astrology is just based off, like, human perceptions, right? I mean, like, the constellations and everything are just, like, as viewed here from Earth. So if you're on Mars or across the solar system, you'd have completely different astrology signs. So, like, that's very, like, human-centric and Earth-centric to say, like, we are dictated by this. Although, on the other hand, I think, yes, we're mostly just water, and gravity affects us. Gravity? How do I talk? Gravity affects us, and, you know, we're all just really molecules clumped together amongst slightly less clumped together molecules. So where am I going with this? I love the Ramones. I love Joey Ramone. It's his birthday today, 1951, and he changed the universe. Oh, I wasn't even planning that, but there we go. I've made it a very cosmic Ramones day. And here we are where CBGB's once was. And the, what was this? The annex and the gallery would have been on this area here eventually, but historically, CB's. And just up the road here would have been, that Mercer, a block or two up, I think, is like where the Mercer Center was, where, like, the New York Dolls and plenty more of the, like, very early late 60s and 70s New York City bands would have occurred. But all that's gone now. Yeah, but you know what's not gone is Boz Borer, who was born today in 1962. I oddly went to a just random field in the middle of nowhere, Staten Island, last year to celebrate his 60th birthday. Why did this happen in a random field in Staten Island? I have no idea. I've been to Staten Island twice. Once for, like, a vet appointment, and then this. Both were very worthwhile experiences. Well, one was an expensive experience, and the other was basically free, but priceless. Boz Borer, of course, and the Polecats, and plenty more, had, like, this star-studded neo-rockabilly royalty show in a random field in Staten Island. It was great. It was like the old family and friends and just, you know, surrealness in Staten Island for some reason. Speaking of phantoms and things that used to be here and aren't, so, right, I said over here was like the gallery and below was the lounge. I booked, this is not a Boz Borer story, but a adjacent, I booked Tim Polecat of the Polecats here in the year 2000, and it was a very memorable show. It was the last of a 5-day festival. We did the New York Psychobilly Rumble in 2000, which primarily took place at the Birch Hill in Old Bridge, New Jersey, with like 25-30 bands from all over the world and audiences from all over, because there was really, you know, no psychobilly scene here. And we had overflow shows on the Thursday, knowing that people were going to be in town just for it, really. So we had overflow shows here in New York on the Thursday, which was here at CB's on, like, the primary level. Featuring, who played that show? Was it Scumrats? Los Gatos Loca? No? Was it Los Gatos Locos? Maybe. Definitely Scumrats. Definitely Lonesome Kings. Maybe Caravans? Something like that. Anyway, really good show the Thursday. And then the Friday, Saturday, Sunday was all in Old Bridge, New Jersey with like 1,000 people, and I was the stage manager as a kid, and it was very stressful. And the Monday was the second overflow show, knowing people were still in town, and that was here in the downstairs area, and that featured who played Getting Headstones from Georgia, a couple others I forget, but definitely Tim Polecat and Jet Black Machine were the headliners, and this was like the basement area here. And I think like 2 or 3 songs in, and he like jumped up on a pipe right on top of the stage and swung on it, and the whole thing burst, and just like water, like a deluge of water came pouring out of this pipe that I guess was like the main water feed, hopefully not take up, but feed for like the block, and nobody could turn it off until eventually the fire department showed up, at which point, like within minutes, the water in the entire place was like up to everybody's ankles. How all of us didn't get electrocuted is beyond me. And nobody got paid. Everybody just kind of shook their heads and like, you know, ran. And because like, who was going to have to pay for this? I don't know. I was not going to pay for this. And that is it. So then I took the long, sad bus back to Philadelphia and thought, what a 5-day excursion this has been. Because the festival itself was that one where Sparky from Demented gets arrested. There's a forest fire. It just keeps going. It was a really intense weekend. So this was the culmination here. Was Polecat related chaos, and I guess the best way possible. Too bad they didn't get to finish their set though. Yeah, that was all here. So what else? 1968, Astro Zombies, Ted V. Michaels, Tomato, the Astro Zombies, starring John Carradine and Tura Satana, premiered today. So there we go. All sorts of wonderful things that are out of this world that you can appreciate on May 19th, or just go about your day and eventually go to sleep. I don't know. I'm gonna opt for the former rather than the latter. That's it. Till tomorrow. Goodbye.